It's showtime.
I love it when the first thing you hear is, do you know what you're doing? We have an exciting show planned for you today. We'll go over the weather in just a moment. All right, Jamie, be very, very nice.
You know, it's not often I get an opportunity to do all this, but good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. Today's kind of a special edition, too. Not only do we have Freak Daddy in here with a Huntsville Havoc, we got the trophy that we're going to present Dusty with in just a moment. Been our special guest.
President Cup.
My buddy Stan McDonald in here, but the new senator from the state of Alabama, possibly coming up, hopefully, Tommy
as long as I
Tuberville.
get your vote.
Hey, that's the reason I wore my attire today, Coach, because I'm coming up here. We're going to be Bama fans in support of you. I told Stan that already.
Well, that's awesome. And I've known you for a while. You've interviewed me before when I was on the other side.
Well, that ain't what you told me outside. You said, I don't remember you, but I sure do remember that picture on your truck. Yeah, you did that. But, you know, you were always good to us.
Yes, you are.
We always appreciate that. We're
Class act.
We're going to ask you some good questions in a moment. And also making his first appearance in here this morning, County Commissioner Collin Daly in here, all dressed up this morning. He's ready to tell us what's all happening in Limestone. Sheriff Blakely's going to join us later. Gary Ryan. Gary, 2 years from now, it'll be 50 years ago, me and you went to Sneed College together.
I mean, man.
Wow.
That's hard to believe.
You telling Gary's age, ain't you?
It's very hard to believe. I didn't last very long at Sneed. When you flunk out of Sneed College, you done something, Freak Daddy. Stuart, good to have you in there this morning, too.
I don't know that that's good.
Guys and men will play Judge James. But first, let me get to the weather before I forget it, which I have a tendency to do every now and then.
Yes, you do. 63 degrees out there, but it's going to be yet another hot, humid day today. So just keep the air on. Make sure that's working. You'll want to anyway. Temperatures in the 80s. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful. We really don't have rain to talk about today anyway, but high temperatures today are going to be, there it is, 83 for your high, 84, another rain later in the afternoon, evening hours rather, and then some of you may see that shower, some of you may not see one at all. Saturday, how's that for a weather person? Saturday, 72.
I knew I should have brought Alexis.
There it is. Here comes the good sheriff walking in now. That's right. She's pretty good.
All right, a lot of stuff going on now.
Hey, Sheriff.
Coach Tuberville, I don't know what your record is in Limestone County, but just in case you've screwed up in the past, the good Sheriff Mike Blakely is in here this morning to take care of business.
It looked like he just rode his horse in here.
He could have.
Hey, Mike, he's already called you out. There we go from there. Stan, how long have you known Coach?
Well, I guess I don't remember the first time I met him. I think it's probably back around 2004.
That was a good year, by the way.
That was a good year. Yeah.
13-0.
Yeah. It was 14-1.
All right, we know we're Bama fans, me and Dusty, Sheriff. We might be outnumbered in here today.
We might be.
Zack.
Hey, get being tired. Come on, dude.
But what did it feel like beating Bama 6 years in a row?
It was kind of like a dream, to be honest with you. You know,
Nightmare for us.
Well, yeah, bad dream. You know, when you're coaching, you coach one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and you really, you know, we got into a roll there with the Iron Bowl, and after about after about three, we're going, you know, this is pretty good, and you know, that was after Jetgate and all the things that went on.
I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah, well, I bring it up. Hey, you got to remember the bad with the good. And so it was always, I'm going to tell you, the Iron Bowl, and I've been in a lot of big games in my life, but the Iron Bowl is so special because it's so special to many other people, not just the players and coaches. It's a special game.
Let me ask you this, and screw the Iron Bowl, we tired of that. Let's move on. Who do you think is going to be the national champions coming up this next season?
Well, I just...
Now remember where you are.
Yeah. I was at a fundraiser the last 3 or 4 days, and all the ACC coaches, SEC guys are there, Notre Dame was there, and Nick wasn't there, obviously, because he'd had his hip replacement, but I tell you, they're talking real strong about Clemson again. And, you know, I sat down and talked to Dabo for a long time. What a great guy. And you know,
did you owe him any money?
Well, didn't have to. You know, he made a campaign contribution, by the way. So
he's an Alabama boy.
Oh, I know. But I can remember we played them somewhere around 2005. He had just got the job for a couple of years, and I played him in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And we played the game. We win the game, and they're after him hot and heavy. And that just goes to show you, you know, if you got a little patience and you really know the guy, you know, has got he's got the it factor. A lot of these ADs, they don't know the difference between up and down. That's a problem with college football right now. But Dabo's a good guy. He understands football, and he's great with people. And so look what he's done now. He's got that
None of his coaches leave either.
No, well, when you're winning and you're getting paid pretty good and you live in a great place like Clemson's a great community. I mean, it's a great place. So he's got it going, but they're saying he's going to be really, really good this year.
Now, I see right now, Coach Tuberville is going to be a loss for words today. So with that in mind, let's get on to sports and see what Zack's got to say.
Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by All-Star Plumbers. For all your plumbing needs, go to All-Star Plumbers. And also Applebee's Tailgate Talk, 10 to 12 on the Big 1080 WKC, where Clay will be back with us up there at Applebee's with the cup. So everybody come out to Applebee's Saturday around 11. You can get your picture made with the cup. Don't have a whole lot.
No kidding.
Because you didn't give me a lot, but I actually got an Auburn story. But Clemson and Alabama, according to USA Today, their poll is flip spots. They now have Clemson 1,
just
Alabama 2.
Coach Tuberville just said Clemson be number 1.
And Georgia 3. They got Auburn listed at 16. And I'll give you one more story. According to Coach Gus Malzahn, Auburn has whittled their quarterback competition down to 2. Apparently Joey Gatewood and Bo Nix. So Malik Willis apparently is out of here. So he is down the list. So Jamie, that's about all I got. So back to you.
Thank you. That's what I want to do. How can a guy like Coach Malzahn, which looks like a nerd football coach but highly paid now, he beats Alabama and Auburn back-to-back, the 2 number 1 teams in the nation, and gets $7 million a year. That's about what that's paying you to leave, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he's doing quite well, but you look at all the salaries. It's just it's really going out the roof, and it's going to stop somewhere. What's going to happen is there's going to be some resentment down the line, obviously from players. Players, they get paid a certain amount. People don't realize that. When my last year, 3 years ago, almost every student athlete, now not just football, gets $7,000 cash during the year. Now that's a lot of money for somebody that's got everything paid, room, board, books, everything else, and they get money in their pocket, but they're going to want more because they're seeing all this money that's being made.
Now, what you're going to run for? We're going to talk more about it in the second half hour serious type interview here about what you can do for the great state of Alabama. Say that don't work out for you. You going back into coaching?
Oh no. I could have got back in. It was just time. 40 years. It's just.
Who was it offered you a job?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Confidentiality.
It starts with a T, but I'm not going to bring it up. But it's you got to know when to say when.
Well,
there's other things to do.
Wasn't Texas Tech, was it?
No.
They didn't want you back, did they?
But that was a good time. Let me tell you something about Texas Tech. And I went out there. You talking about a great group of Americans in that town. It's about 250,000. They love college football. They love their community. I've got more friends from Texas Tech, and I was only there, I guess, 3 years than anywhere else I've been.
You better hope you got a lot in the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
With that in mind, let me take a break. We'll come back and play Judge Jamie in just a moment. Y'all hang on. And now it's time to play the number 1 rated game show all over, especially worldwide this morning. Judge Jamie with the court, brought to you by Zeke. One Love here, an Auburn graduate too. Used to cook for Coach Tuberville in Auburn when he's also a master chef. One Love here, he'll be with us soon.
No, he still ain't coming.
Here's the way we play, guys. I know y'all have y'all's numbers laying down there to represent each of you, 1, 2, and 3. You don't have to hold them up, Stan, but you've been a multi-winner up here along with Dusty McLemore. Today's National Day of Prayer, too. We'll talk about that a little bit later on this morning. Coach Tuberville up here and Freak Daddy over there. Sheriff Blakely's played. Gary, Collin, your first time. This is the wrong answer. This is the right answer. You're playing to win a can of Vienna sausages this morning. My hometown in New Hope. You may want to do some campaigning there. They'll probably pick you up some votes. Ain't many people live there, but tell my brothers I said hello. Anyway, it used to be named Vienna. The Yankees burned it. They called it New Hope. Compliments of the sheriff this morning. We have pork brains with gravy that he brings up here. I'm going to ask a few questions. I scanned the newspapers this morning and Daily Mail. We'll do a few serious questions too, Coach, so we'll go from there. I have to use my reading glasses. It helps me out a little bit from time to time. For me and you about the same age. I think you're probably a year younger than I am.
Man, I look a lot younger, don't I?
That's because you
aged well.
lived the life I have.
Thankful of
But
that.
look at my wife, mine's getting a whole lot better day to day. Limestone ranks, and only Collin Daly would know the answer to this question. According to the News Courier, Limestone County ranks top 10 in agricultural counties. How many farms are there in Limestone County?
2,000.
Let you have it.
Sam?
How many do y'all own? That's close enough. How many acres of cotton was harvested last year in Limestone County?
20,000.
I'd say
Looking
it's
at
less
Sam.
than that. Cotton was down.
You'd be wrong. 28,000. Let Collin and Sheriff tie on that. Now, the way this works, Coach, I ask questions, and you think you know the answer. You try to.
He was coaching, not on being a farmer.
If he's going to be the senator from Alabama, he's got to keep up with everything that's going on. Town Madison
He
is
will,
being
he
built
will.
right down the road on 565. It's going to be Providence on steroids, according to the people we dealt with last week. Tell us about that. Being the trash pandas, number one, tell us that. What is the name of the convenience store that's going to be there? That's the only one in Alabama.
Bucky's too.
Bucky's too? No, that'd be a good one.
How much food we get a bucket?
Twice Nice. You ever heard of it? It's out of Nashville. It's a big boy deal. It's going to be there for the life on the go.
See, none of us know these answers.
What is the newest tax, according to USA Today this morning, on California restaurants? You'll need to know this to keep up with worldwide politics.
They're
Tax on
just
plastic straws.
Climate control tax.
really.
Holy cow.
Now, these
Only
questions are gonna get
California.
harder.
No, they're not. Stop scaring him.
Kentucky Derby runs Saturday. What running of the Derby is this?
The 157th.
Close, 145. You got a horse in it?
Mine's in Louisiana.
I know. Mike also, he's into racing. Yeah, he's a jockey.
Far Belgium.
Who is the sponsor nowadays of the Kentucky Derby?
Woodford Reserve.
Who said that? That is the right answer. The only whiskey drinker amongst us besides the sheriff would know the answer to that. Who is the favorite to win the Kentucky Derby?
He just scratched.
He sure did. That's the right answer, Frank. He did scratch. Bafford's got 3 horses in the 20-horse running of that right here.
Goodness.
As of May 1st, which was 2 or 3 days ago, what's today? 3rd, 2nd?
Late second.
What cartoon celebrated 20 years that your boys probably grew up watching, Coach?
Barney?
SpongeBob.
No, but who said SpongeBob? Sheriff Blakely is correct. All right, that concludes the first part of the show.
Hey,
now,
can
now we get on to some harder questions.
Jamie, I know you can't see me. Can I give a shout out for where he'll quit texting me? To one of the biggest Auburn fans out there, Bud Cornelius. I will not say the words, but maybe Coach Tuberville will say the words for you. But I will not say it. But thanks for watching.
Won't kill you to say
All right, let's move along now to some special questions. Y'all pay close attention. What famous coach told a fan once to go to hell and get a job?
Thomas H. Tuberville. Well, can we show it? Come on.
I don't have it.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Picture of it.
Well, that's after a bottle went by my head and a few expletives went by my head too.
I
So,
actually threw something at you.
oh yeah.
Goodness.
So you did that. You're not going to deny saying that.
Oh no, it got it on video. No. But you know, when you get a little bit mad about losing a game and
Someone throwing
they're throwing
something at
stuff
you?
at not just to me, at your players. Sooner or later, enough's enough.
I understand.
Yeah.
Get a job was
Only
appropriate.
Mike Blakely knows. Well, thanks for answering that truthfully. That's
Yeah.
what I liked about you. You're always. A woman that Wenzel's in Mobile at the annual oyster eating contest, according to AL.com, just set a new oyster eating
Unbelievable.
record.
223 oysters.
How many?
223.
Man, Mike Blakely.
He's on. He wants some.
Pork brains.
What's your
right.
record, Mike? Mike, what's your record?
He can have it.
What?
What's your record?
12 dozen.
12. Good.
Goodness.
That's
144.
144. That's pretty good. Right.
Did you sleep in a tent?
No, man. I ate a steak after I got through.
Wow.
You see where this is headed, don't you?
Yeah.
You see where this is headed, don't you? What does the word in Japanese UNKO mean?
UNK.
There it is on the screen. What does that word mean in Japanese, Freak Daddy? You look like you speak fluent Japanese.
Close enough.
It means poop.
Oh.
Because Japan just opened the first ever, or one of the first ever, colorful poop museum.
What?
You can go in and sit.
That don't even sound right, dude.
See, again, once you get in there and watch it, you got to know all this stuff. I'm trying to educate you today for your future
I
job.
want to know where you find out this stuff at the beginning.
Daily Mail.
Very good question.
This one's right up your alley. TSA agent opened a traveler's bag the other day, and it cleared to get on. It was organic mass of something that the guy uses. And I'll tell you in just a moment what he uses it for. But what would be in that bag? Had a little stink to it.
Sheriff,
All
don't
right,
even
give up
know.
moose dung. I'm making a point here. It's legal to carry it on there. You got a picture of it, Brad? Yeah, the moose crap in there. But you know why he carries it? In case
man.
he hands it to politicians who don't agree with him.
Oh, how awful.
That's a good idea.
Shakes her head.
So I got a bag over here. I got a bag over here in a minute I'm going to give to you.
I'll hand it out.
Boy, I got a bag over here in a minute. I'm going to give it to you.
I bet you're going to meet many that you would like to hand to.
Yeah, or throw it.
What is the latest rejection and disappointment for Anthony Weiner?
Divorce?
Well, that happened
Oh, did
a year or
it?
two ago. Yeah, you got to get up on these facts. You may run into him up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he
What is
won't.
his latest disappointment?
Paying for text messages? You got big room to see.
GQ turned him
He
down.
tried to push a book, Stan, and no one will publish his book.
Good.
Oh,
What was the name of his book?
oh gosh. That's open for all kind of jokes. I'm
Yes,
sure.
it is.
Oscar Mayer.
What?
Oscar Mayer.
Well, Wrinkled Wiener was one of them. It was going to be a pop-up book.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a true story? Did you make that up?
No, it's true.
That's
I made
sad.
some of it up, but some of it's true. You know, some of it is true. But anyway, at Walt Disney World down in Orlando, Stan, I know you've been there several times. What is the Parkology Challenge?
Parkology challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably ride as many rides as you can ride in one
That's
day.
the right answer. Ride as many rides as you can. A couple just set a record down there, Coach. They rode all 46 rides in 4 parks in like a
Wow.
one-day span without getting the fast passes.
I was going to, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty
That's
good.
pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's real incredible, you know. All right. Now, Collin, you may know this one because it's you growing up in the Elkmont area. You probably did a lot of this. A man just set the new sheep shearing world record for shearing how many sheep?
150. I don't know.
Is that how many you sheared?
300.
Wasn't it 5 that they did in an hour?
Yeah, but this was like a whole day. He sheared, in case you ever need to know this, Coach, 497 sheep to set a new record.
said
of
300,
sheep
that's close.
shearing.
Well, this is educational, I'm telling you.
Very educational show.
Right now he's saying, you got me up for what?
We're going to get to some serious stuff in. I'm just trying to educate you a
Oh,
little
good.
bit. this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, we all
Only
need to know
Joseph would
that.
know. A man 56 years old up in, I think, Kentucky, shot his son and his son's girlfriend during an argument. Don't answer, you know it.
Oh, okay.
What was the argument over? There's a picture of him.
This was classic.
Son,
Go and watch it on TV.
son, his son's girlfriend. He was hitting on the son's girlfriend.
No, Zack, but thanks for thinking outside the box.
I'm sure that happens in Limestone County all the time.
They got in.
I'm just
they
being
got-
honest.
They got in an argument over what was better, Ford or Chevrolet.
Oh, well, of course.
Because that makes sense.
Last
doesn't it,
question,
Stan?
guys, and I'm going to end this fiasco here with y'all.
Please.
But we had to get you out here to play this because you can put this on your resume.
Yeah.
That you live to tell about it. First of all, how many Viennas are in a Vienna camp sausage?
8.
7.
It's close to
7.
Here we go. All right, Dusty. Save the best for last.
All
Just
right.
for my pastor at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church.
Oh, boy.
A Wisconsin church picked up 6,000 new members in 1 month after they opened in March. What was the reason?
Free donuts.
If that works like that.
Free
we'll-
coffee.
Yeah.
Fire.
I
Come on,
have
we
no
don't know.
idea.
Free health care.
They had to pay them.
They got
6,000
That
people
many.
joined her
they
because
got more. They got some new
under
snakes.
their First Amendment right protecting religion, they were allowed to smoke cannabis
Oh,
in the
my
sanctuary.
Are you
And
serious? Come on.
marijuana is illegal in
Church.
Wisconsin.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Did they arrest 6,000
6,000.
afterwards?
6,000. Think we ought to try that?
No.
Not yet.
Dusty, in all your life, and being a lifelong Bama fan like me, did you ever think possible you'd be sitting next to a man who destroyed basically our careers?
I never would have in my wildest dreams.
Right now, your wife's very proud of you.
Yeah, my wife's very proud of it for sure. Her daughters.
Yeah. But it's a dream that you never thought would happen, did you?
Right.
All right, Coach, so we'll do a serious interview with Coach coming up in just a moment. He's a candidate to be the next U.S. Senator. And we're going to come out as Bama's fans and support of him because
He's a good guy.
he's a good guy. Sheriff's up here. We'll talk to Freak Dad and all that coming up here in just a few minutes. Y'all hang on.
And welcome back. Since weather's just beautiful, we're going to quickly go through that forecast. You know what? We're already 63 degrees. Hot, humid day today. Rain later into the evening hours. And possibly you may not even see that shower. But beautiful temperatures around 83 degrees. So just enjoy tomorrow. High temperatures of 84. And then rain on Saturday with a high of 72.
All right, former Auburn coach Tommy Tuberville, the man who beat Alabama 6 years in a row. Thank you for that beat down, Coach. From
That's
the
a huge
Bama fans.
accomplishment.
We'll say that this morning.
We'd
But
like to win one right now.
yeah, well, thank goodness. Hopefully that'll never happen again. How long you
It's
been out
got
coaching?
to.
2 years. 2 years. It seemed like just yesterday. Time flies. And, I thought about running for governor when I got out. And they moved Kay Ivey in after we had a little transition there in the governor's office. I've been a politician all my life. I love politics. Watch the
Wow.
channel.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, it's just I love football.
Have
Same
you ever
thing.
run for office?
No.
You about to be in for a rude awakening.
That's what somebody told me.
It's
Said
different.
you have jumped from the beginning to the very end of this thing.
I've got to ask you this, and we'll get to some of this stuff. We're going to show some pictures of it in a minute about your announcement and everything. Why, as successful as you have been, all the money that you've made, the great health that you are in, why do you want to do something else? Why not just sit back and enjoy life?
That's the question I'm getting everywhere. And, I'm relatively young. I've had a great life, great career. I love God. I love this country. And every day I get up and every night I go to bed, I'm watching on TV what's going on, and I'm sick of it. And we've got to do something about it. We're not going to have the country in 4 or 5 years that we've had. I mean, it is going. We used to say, I hate this for our kids and our grandkids. Things are going to really change. It's going to happen before we're gone, the pace that we're going. So my wife said, hey, quit complaining about it. Go do something about it. So I've talked to people all over the state about this and before I jumped into it. And I did my due diligence. I've talked to senators, congressmen, people that have been in this. And they say, hey, you'd be perfect. because you can talk, you can communicate, you can sell yourself first,
Right.
and then you have to sell your state. So, I love this state, but this country is awesome. I mean, we hit the if you're born in this country, you hit the lottery.
Absolutely.
And I've been all over the world, and I want to help do something other than in the coaching realm. I want to try to make a difference. One person out of 100 in the Senate, I think you can make a difference, but you got to have a big enough voice to do that. When I walk there, everybody's going to look at me. He's not a politician. He's a coach. That's exactly what I want. People are tired of career politicians. They want somebody with common sense. I think I got a little common sense. But if you love this country like I do, I think I can make a difference.
All right, is that going to be an obstacle for you? People are going to see, like everybody here is just in awe that you're actually in the studio today because, two legends, me and then you up here.
That took all of 30 minutes for him to tell you the legend.
Be able to look over you being a successful football coach to be the senator from Alabama?
Well, first thing I'd like to say is it is not very easy being a football coach in major college school. You're responsible for hiring 100 to 150 people. Your budget's $100 million. You have 120, 18, 19, 20-year-olds that you're responsible for. And on top of that, you got to win games. And you've got to be successful. And so when I retired, I ended up in the top 50 in winningest coaches of all time, which I'm proud of. And, I've accomplished a few things, but if I can do just anything to help this country get back on track, I think that'd make a huge difference.
All right, staying on that same path, you're running for Senate, U.S. Senate here in the state of Alabama, great state of Alabama. Coached at Auburn, you beat Alabama 6 years in a row. I can't let that go. The majority of the people in the state of Alabama are Alabama fans. How do you win them over?
Well, on the humor side, I tell people if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have Nick Saban. I ran the rest of them off.
Good answer.
And again, I know a lot of Alabama folks, and I've got a lot of support just in the 3 weeks I've been running. And so it's
Do you think they're going to be bigger than that? They're going to look at what you just said. If we don't have people like you wanting to step up to the plate and do something, it is going to be horrible for so many.
The Iron Bowl is a great game, but this is not a game that I'm running for. This is for the future of not just our country, but for our kids, grandkids, and us. I mean, we've got to wake up. I should tell people all the time, listen, or do you see what's going on? We've got to wake up and smell the roses, because if we don't, the people on the left are really going to bring this down, and it is fast-tracking real fast.
Well, that's my next question was, how are you going to deal being from the South? You're born in Arkansas, and then lived in Alabama a long part of your life here, a large part of it. How do you deal with what's happening with the leaning left side and all the criticism they give President Trump and everything?
Well, President Trump, you got to give it to him. I mean, here's a guy that's made millions of dollars, billions of dollars, lost it, made it back, lost it, made it back. He's a businessman. And then he puts all that out front and goes and runs for president, and he wins. And he has been hammered for 2.5 years. How would you like for somebody to put $30 million and 40 lawyers on you and go back and look at everything that you did, and the guy comes out smelling like a rose? I'm even shocked. I think he's even shocked at, some things that may have come up after looking at all of it, but, he's an American. That's what I like about him. He loves this country, and I voted for him, and I'll tell you why. He doesn't need the money. He goes up there, and he's not going to take anything from the back. He's not going to make any deals to make himself any richer. He doesn't need that money. And so he's doing it for the people, the American people, and I tell you, I've been fired. I couldn't sleep for a week after he got elected.
Probably couldn't sleep last night because we don't worry about coming on this show.
Isn't that the truth? That's the truth.
You were National Coach of the Year a couple of times. How's that going to compare to being Alabama's next senator?
Well, I think it gives me a little bit of notoriety in terms of when you walk on the Senate floor, people will know who you are. I mean, hey, there's a coach. This is something different. We got somebody from the educational world, and that's what I'm going to take to Washington. Now, it all starts with education. I don't care what you do. If we don't straighten our educational system out in this country, we are doomed. And we're teaching our kids in high school and college things that are wrong. We've got professors that are so far left. They actually believe in the things that are going on in Venezuela. What are we doing? I mean, so we've got to wake up. And if we don't do that, I mean, it's going to be, it might be already too far gone. But I'm telling you, I'm willing to, get out of the woods from hunting and fishing and go up there and do everything I possibly can to help every person in this state and in this country.
Now, do you have anybody from the Trump campaign helping you out with this?
I've had some calls, but I'm basically on my own. It's a unique, a very difficult system. The average person can't run for an office because you got to raise money. You got to raise millions of dollars, and you got to get on the phone and call.
But you don't need any of that, do you?
Well, I've done well in my life, but it's going to take a lot more than what I've got to run and win in this office, which is really crazy, to be honest with you.
All right, let me wrap this up and ask you this: how are you going to campaign? What are you going on?
Well, I'm going to campaign against taking Washington and giving a lot of the power back to the states. Washington is overblown. We've got 30 million people up there in government that, as Trump said, it's a swamp. I mean, he's gotten up there and he's almost over his head already. He's been there 2 years. We have got to start giving power back to the states where they can make decisions. It's like a football team. Auburn and Alabama are different than USC, UCLA, and you got to run it different. Same thing. We're different here in Alabama than they are in Missouri, than they are in New York. So we got to have the power to make the decisions on our own. When we took away prayer in the church, in the school in the 1960s, we killed this country, and we got to get it back. And if they don't put it in other states, fine, but we've got to get it to where, hey, you can make your own decisions on what you want to do. If you want to have prayer in the school in Alabama, have it. And if we did that, we'd be so much farther ahead than everybody else. It'd be unbelievable.
Way to go, Senator. One last question.
He's fired up and ready
do you
now.
think you could beat Nick Saban?
For Senate?
Anything.
Oh, I can beat him in golf. And I'm the only.
Okay, what? But you can beat him in golf.
I'm the only coach that's got a winning record over him. You know that, don't you? I didn't hate to bring. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And I'll remind him of that because I'm coaching. That'll go forever now. So, but he's a good friend. He's a good coach, and I knew
He
when
gonna vote for you?
I would hope. I was going to see him last week, but his hip replacement. He didn't get to come. So I'll make the rounds. I'll be going to games all over.
Good to have you up here. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for the
You
invitation.
got our support.
This is great. This is great. Waste of time, but it's a great.
Take a look. Just a moment. You're lucky I'm letting this slide. Hang on. Thing before I forget it, for those of y'all that want to donate money and find out, it's TommyForSenate.com
That's right. Make your contribution.
or FreakDaddyForSenate.com.
I want to start
Who's
a
your
mayor.
special guest this morning, Freak Daddy? This is your show.
Yeah, it's a Stuart, Stefan. Stuart played with the Havoc, played the most games for any Havoc hockey player, won a championship last year as a player, and then now this year gets
From Canada.
Yep.
That's just, what, an hour or two driving here?
It's a couple hours.
How long have you been to Alabama?
It's my 8th year being here, so
Well,
been here for a
congratulations. You finally made it.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, congratulations on 2 years in a row. What is that like for a Huntsville Havoc team to win that 2 years in a row?
It's amazing for us. I mean, this is our third championship. That puts us as the most tied for the most championships in Huntsville. With the Stars had 3, so now we have 3. So it's amazing. The Havoc fans. It's all about the fans that have been good to us.
Now, what do people know you as?
If they know me like as a friend, it's Clay, because that's my name. But Freak Daddy's the radio name that I've had since 2003 here, and
Now,
hockey.
where are you now?
Right now, I work for the Huntsville. I got too many jobs. I work for the Huntsville Havoc, and then also I do afternoon drive on Alt 92.9, which is a radio station here with iHeartMedia. So
Okay.
All right.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I'm just the assistant coach for the team this season. So
That's a full-time.
yeah, it's a full-time job. Yeah, I took the job last summer, and so I live here all year round. And we just do a lot of recruiting, and then obviously during the season, you're coaching and trying to win the championships.
Is it hard to believe somebody from Canada actually works on a very successful championship team in Huntsville, Alabama in hockey?
Well, that's what we always talk about. Me and the head coach also from Canada there, and we're. I never thought hockey would bring us down to Alabama, that's for sure. It's more of I'd say a northern sport, but yeah, it's definitely brought us down here, and I know both of us love it down here. So,
Is it just me, or whenever you meet a hockey player, do you immediately look to see if they've had any teeth knocked out? I mean, is that just, and I once said that to someone, and they were like, look,
All right.
And I was like, so
You
that's
hockey
common.
players think y'all bad, don't you? Brad, pull up the video.
Oh,
I'm about to show
boy.
y'all. All right, and I want Coach Tuberville to see this too.
He really got beat up. What he's
You got it,
about to show
Brad?
you.
The bear.
Okay.
Let me know what you got. Tell us the car shows.
Got about 3 or 4. There's always something going on. Cars and Coffee in Franklin. Books a Million. Cars and Coffee over in Huntsville. But the big one is the Good Guys Nationals this weekend at Nissan Stadium. That's the Good Guys Rod and Custom Association. That's a huge show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm trying to think of Franklin, Cars and Coffee. That one's from 8 to 11.
He's an automotive expert. He's the Mustang Club president. His name is Hot Rod Scott.
Yep. Cars and Coffee Huntsville's at Books a Million. That one's from 7:30 to 10:30. And it seems like there may have been one more. Downtown Moulton as part of the Strawberry
They are
Festival.
having that, by
Are
the
they
way.
having that?
Yes, I saw Decatur Daily. They are
Yeah,
having
it was
that.
due to rain. Gloria
Yeah.
ordered
Well,
us
they're
up a
gonna
good
try to have
forecast. But,
Yeah, I've got control of that.
And then First Saturday Cruise in Athens is also from 6 to 9. Please park on the south side of the square.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it.
Hey, make sure, Coach,
He doesn't answer
listen,
the
I'm
coach
still
anymore.
talking. I want you to take a look at that monitor. Can you see it right there?
I see it.
These guys are hockey players. They think they're tough. Look, that's me in 1980 wrestling a bear on live TV. And I'm about to pin that sucker.
He gets-
You watch this.
He's about to get beat up.
What? You see, now, I'm the only guy besides Bear Bryant ever to wrestle a bear in Alabama and be known for it. But I did mine on the only one in the world ever wrestle a bear on live television and live to tell about
It
it.
looks like you really had him there, Jay.
Yeah.
I ain't had that much to drink at that period of time, but that was actually, one of my most famous stunts. That's good enough, Brad. Let's show. Now, we have another video I want to share right quick before I forget it, too. Well, I don't know what year this was, but it was a few years ago.
2008.
2008. Roll that
Right.
video, and I'll tell y'all what he's saying because y'all won't be able to hear it. I'll be the only one who can hear it. So roll that video, too, and I'll tell you what he's saying.
Jamie,
All right.
Coach Tuberville here. of
Jamie,
the
Coach
Auburn
Tuberville
Tigers.
here. I know you hate Auburn with a
appreciate you
purple passion,
recognizing
but here I'm just
first time
saying,
probably in the
we are
history of
down
you
here, I'm going to
recognizing
say,
teams
say, War Eagle.
in your top 10. Man, it makes us feel good. We feel like we're moving up.
You think Auburn's going to be 1 through 11 this year, number 11 all the way through?
Well, you can't ever tell. We're going to have a pretty good football team, but just to be recognized from 1 to 11 at any time by your station would really, really benefit us, and we appreciate it because we need all the help we can get. Hey, Jamie, War Eagle.
Know about the Huntsville.
No, we just got another great season coming up next year. Hopefully go for the three-peat.
Hope to have y'all on the show. Maybe y'all can advertise with us, and I'll
Sandy
be in
and
touch
Joey
with you.
Boyd, love y'all.
Absolutely, yeah, they're great people, for sure.
All
Absolutely.
right, take a break. Come back with the sheriff, Collin, Daly, and Dusty in just a moment. Y'all hang on. And we're back here. Mike, you always tell me about everything happening, fish fries and all that, the day after it happened.
Well, you're supposed to know what's going on in Limestone County.
Well, time to pack and move, or supervise packing and moving.
Okay, glad you rephrased
County
that.
Mr. Chairman Collin Daly, welcome to our program for the first time live.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're an Auburn fan.
Yes, sir.
I already knew that.
Could you tell by the tie?
Yeah, so anyway, good to have you up here.
My grandfather played football at Auburn.
Who?
My granddaddy did.
Really?
Back in 1938 to 1940, a long time ago. That's back when they wore leather helmets. Both
when
my
they were
sisters
really
got an
hit each
Auburn
other.
degree. I just didn't make it. I majored on things. I wanted to farm instead.
Well, how's things going right now in the county?
It's going great. We got a lot going on. It's just really busy out there. Live in a great area.
Are you keeping Michelle busy?
She's keeping me busy.
Kind of hard to operate the county without her, isn't it?
I'm gonna tell you what to do. It's worth the wait and go.
All right. Since you just got recently, what's been the biggest thing you didn't expect of? I mean, what's been the biggest challenge for you?
Well, I mean, it's just everything's so fast paced right now. We're growing at a rapid speed. No traffic. It's a issue. We've got.
Yeah, I didn't talk to you about that. But go ahead. I mean, so you just There's more to it than you thought?
Well, I mean, it's like everything else, you know. I mean, you know, someday, you know, it's a hurry up, wait, Jay. You know, you hurry up and you rush today, and then you wait till the next thing coming tomorrow. You know.
I'm gonna say again what you told me back during one hot day on the campaigning last year. You weren't dressed up quite like that, and you told me, you said, win or lose, I'll be the same Collin Daly I am today, tomorrow, as I used to be. I will not change any. And I think you kind of stuck to that.
Well, I ran this race as Collin Daly. I was either going to win it or lose as Collin Daly. You know, they can't change who you are. You know, be who you are and be what you are. That's all you can be.
Speaking of a guy who hadn't changed a whole lot since I've known him for about 40 years, Mike Blakely, and I think you've been in office how many years? 45?
37.
37. I knew you when you state trooper too, but over that way. So you got a rodeo coming up. Maybe somebody in Limestone County has heard about it. How long you been doing it?
This will be our 37th annual rodeo. We've got a week from Saturday. We'll have our rodeo parade. Starts at 11 at the arena, goes through downtown Athens. And then Tuesday night, the week of the rodeo, we'll have our street dance there on the courthouse square, have a rodeo queen fashion show, and Jeff Whitlow and his band will be playing. And then, of course, the 17th and 18th, we have our rodeo with, on the 16th, we'll have our designated slack.
Is it hard doing this thing 37 years in a row?
Well, not really when you got as many wonderful people that I have working at the sheriff's office. I got the best group of employees, and they most of them know their jobs, and I've got the point. The older I get, and the more time I have in office, I delegate. And man, it makes it a whole lot easier. It's a lot easier than it was when we started, when I had about a fifth of the number of employees, and I had to do about 90% of it.
This is a big rodeo.
It's a big rodeo. We build it as the biggest rodeo east of the Mississippi. We'll have PRCA contestants. We'll have IPRA contestants. We've had some of the people that's won the American that come to our rodeo. We've got people that's won national championships at the PRCA in Vegas. We just have a great group of contestants, and Athens has always been a good rodeo town.
Special needs still taking place?
Special needs. We do that on Friday morning, the 17th. We have over 400 clients, mentally and physically challenged individuals that we feed. We ride in horses. I mean, it's amazing how when you get out there and you're able to get some of those people up on horses and how much they enjoy it, and you see how much it means to them, it makes it all worthwhile.
They get to play cowboy for
What are some of the specialty acts coming in this year?
Oh, this year we've got the one-armed bandit, which, if y'all remember...
That hatchet-throwing guy?
No. The one-armed bandit actually...
One-eye guy.
Is
cross-eye.
John only has one arm, but his daughter is the one that'll actually be coming. They'll be, out the arena. They'll be chasing wild horses or possibly buffalo. They have both of them in their act. They'll jump up on the truck and then on top of the trailer, and then they jump their horse up there. It's pretty. As a matter of fact, it's the PRCA's specialty act of the year, so it's a good.
How you gonna top that?
I'm not going to top that at all.
He can get on top of the steeple and preach his sermon.
Yeah, what's happening down at our church, Lindsay Lane Baptist?
Well, this coming Sunday, Jamie, we're going to be honoring you and all of our senior adults. It's Senior Adult Day, so we'll be honoring them this coming Sunday. We had a great Easter. And
what do you mean you're going to be honoring senior adults? That's for the older people.
Yeah, senior adults. Anyway, we're honoring them. We got a great contingency of senior adults in our church, so we'll be honoring them this coming Sunday. But
that's right.
Business as usual.
Today is National Day of Prayer.
Sure is. At 12 o'clock on the courthouse square. We'll be praying there, and hope everybody will come out and pray for our nation. As Tommy said earlier, we desperately need prayer.
Oh, Tommy. Now, y'all on first name.
Well, it's easy to say Coach, but Tommy.
Coach, I meant to say.
What'd you call it? Hey, what'd you call it? What was your nickname for?
I'm not going to tell you what I used to call it. We desperately need prayer in America. The only hope for America is God. To turn back to God and the way this country was founded. And so we're praying publicly. We can still do that right now, so we need to take advantage of that and pray for our nation. And ask people to come out and just pray. And wherever you are, if you can come, support it. But be praying for our nation. We desperately need it.
That starts at what time?
12 o'clock, 12
on the
noon.
square.
Downtown.
All right, let me remind you, there's a health seminar taking place right here in Athens. It's free at First National Bank at the community room. They're going to have an opportunity for healthier living. Dr. Troy Sanford is going to be there, and he'll be talking about all the different products that they have to help you get well on your way to a
And
better
what I
life.
always say about First National Bank, I've been owing them since 1988.
That is Thursday, May 9th.
That's 30 years
Thursday, May
ago.
9th. That is 30 years ago.
Mike, we all
Back to
been
that
around a long
elderly
time, man, doing country rover stories and doing all
You
this.
wake up and you're old.
Well, like I told her, I
Sure
spent
are.
1 minute I was 30, next minute I was 45, 50, next minute I know I'm 65. I'm almost catching up with Dusty.
Gloria, he's older than that.
You keep saying that just because I got a new knee, and you got what, 2?
What?
Everybody compares.
No, I just got one new knee.
How many shoulders?
One.
Okay. Colin, your day is coming.
It's coming fast.
Your day is coming, right?
Don't
What's new
rush
about
it.
the Oakland Limestone County you ain't supposed to tell me, but you can. Now's your opportunity. Don't screw this up.
Well, Jamie, we got a lot of coming into this area, a lot of prospects looking around.
What is it?
Can't tell you.
A Relay for Life is next week from Friday, isn't it?
May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th.
Yeah.
Relay for Life.
Hey, Jamie, by the way, we're looking for sponsors for nets for our volleyball and all that. So if you have anybody out there got a little extra money, we need sponsors for our nets and our fields. And
Hey, I'm already
Brad, do
seeing
you
the
have that
thing. I
picture?
know how much more stuff you want out of me.
yeah, but if you see anybody out there need to get a little extra money, we'll put it
By
for
the
our
way,
volleyball
all
nets.
that
We got a
extra
little
money you
extra.
got left over from campaign, I'm always looking for a sponsor around here. It's just like the new senator from Alabama, Tommy Tuberville, said we're going to spend the majority of our money in our campaign with y'all coming up next year.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's real good.
Hey, so-
It was an honor to have you up here, Coach.
It was.
Now we'll feed you to Dale Jackson. All right, well, that's it. Have a little break. We'll see y'all.
Bye.